Scarf Gate. Let's
My
get it
bad,
trending,
my
guys. Let's
bad,
get it
my
trending. Let's
bad,
get
my
it trending.
bad. What's good, people? Let's get the energy up. Let's get the energy up, dog. As promised. As promised, your boy came through. Scarf gang. Hit y'all with the designer too, the Louis V. Hit y'all with the Louis V, John.
Look at you,
The
man.
designer, bruh.
See, I ain't got Louis V funds like that, man.
Hit y'all with the Louis V scarf. Look at it. I got the joint tied too. Yo, Cam off the rip, yo. Don't play, yo. Y'all thought I was playing? Y'all thought we was playing out here, yo? What's good though? Came through with the got the cam lock. Yo, Dave, stupid, yo. Yo,
Cam lock.
we was on the up here bugging a minute ago. But yo, what's good, yo? What's good, people? Let me hold up. Let me get right. Let me get right off the rip. Let me get right off the rip. Let me get right off the rip. Yo, when the last time you heard that, Dave?
Week 17 against the Saints, but y'all didn't count
Yo,
that one.
we definitely didn't count that one. We ain't count
So if
that
you
one.
want, if you don't count that one, it's been a minute. It's
We
been a
ain't
minute. Week 8, week 9.
we ain't count that one, dog. Yo, so yo,
But you know what? But you know what? After the performance Mr. Allen had, we probably should have counted that one.
are we going there?
Ooh.
Are
I'm
we
about to hit
going
you with that
there?
blue face ad lib.
Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh, are we going there already, Dave?
Not
Yo,
yet. We can
all right,
start, but
all right, all right.
shout out to Cal Allen though.
Shut the
He
cow.
gave me the daily fantasy recovery of the century on Sunday. I
Yeah.
played him in all my cash lineups.
Okay. Other than that, Dave, how was your weekend though? How was the weekend?
Pretty
We
good. It
gotta
was a
get
good.
through
It
with the
was
formalities.
Yeah. It was a good weekend. It was iPhone weekend, iPhone release weekend. You know what I'm saying? Got me a little Switch Lite, little iPhone.
Yeah, you got man. Yo, you got to chill, man. Dave, you got to relax with the new
I
iPhones,
don't
Dave.
want to hear the guy with the Louis Vuitton scarf telling me
Hey,
to chill though.
hold up.
Ooh.
Hold up, Dave. Dave sending the shots at your boy. Damn, the
Have to,
drip.
man.
Yo, don't be hating on the drip, bro.
Apple upgrade program, fam.
Yo,
That's what I do.
relax. I paid my phone off, so I can't. I don't think I can. I bought it a part of the program, but then I paid it off, and I didn't get another. I ain't got
You
another
could
phone,
trade it
so
in. They got
I'm
specials for
good.
you.
I'm good, dog. I'm cool. I'm cool
You
with the
don't want the
iPhone
triple
10.
camera? By the
Nah,
way,
B. I'm good with one camera.
the fantasy Q&A this week was shot on iPhone on the new iPhone, man.
Okay, that's what's up.
Since
That's what's up.
the bandwidth in my house decided to go crazy on Sunday morning.
Hey, Aspen, if I could do a scarf after every W, but you gotta let me borrow some of yours. You gotta let me borrow some of your scarves. I'll do it. I'll do it. But I gotta get some more. This is the only good one my wife had, so I had to borrow this joint. And shout out to her. Shout out to her coming through telling me to get the cam locks up front. She said pull your hair up and do the cam locks. I was like done. Enough said. Enough said,
What
B.
about you, man? How the weekend roll?
How the
How the
week,
weekend go?
man? I was chilling, bro. I was chilling. I ain't do nothing, man. I ain't do nothing. I was good. I was good, man. Watched some football. What else? What else did I do this weekend? I don't think I did nothing. Which is always when you're not doing nothing. That's a good weekend. That's a good
That's
weekend.
true. That's true.
So I'll rock this scarf if y'all let me, but I don't want y'all. I don't want y'all hating on my swag if I come up with the same scarf. That's not Cam drip. If I came through with the same scarf, you don't see Cam with the same scarf every press conference, do you?
No,
So I can't come up here with the same scarf every week. What kind of drip is that? That's not Drip Chronicles. Yo. But all right, man. Dave, let's jump into it, man. It's a lot to talk about. And I'm sorry if my audio sounds weird. I had to use my webcam's microphone because we had some audio issues, and I didn't want to delay the show. So,
just so you guys know, just so you guys know, it's not the Cars Intel episode.
oh, no, I did not. I didn't update it.
Nah, sorry though. We good.
Nah, I
We
thought I
good.
updated it.
The one
I
I'm
got it.
seeing shows it.
Okay, my bad.
No
Oh,
worries.
okay, up here on the. Let me hold on. Let me change that real quick. My bad. My bad. I
We're
got
live, guys.
no. It's all good, man. Cause you know what happened? Yo, I panicked with the audio. We ain't have the audio, so I forgot to change it. I change it live, man.
So here we go, guys. So now you know what happened on Sunday. How you guys feeling? How you guys feeling, man? Y'all feeling good in the chat? I know I am. I know I am.
Yo, it doesn't change it on off the rip, Dave. Ain't nothing to a boss. I
I
got
know.
this. I got
Got this
this.
technology game going.
All right,
You
so
can
we
tell how
good.
live we are, man.
We live. It happens. It happens. All right, so let's get it. Let's get it. It's a lot to talk about, man. So we got the W, as you can see, 38-20. We have gotten our first W of the year. Let's talk about it. I'm ready to jump right into stock up, stock down, Dave. How about you? How you feeling? Or
Let's
you want
go.
to talk about the game? I think it's a lot to
Let's
unpack here.
go.
So let's get through stock. It's a lot of stock ups. I gotta admit, it's a lot of stock ups on this joint. Okay, a lot. So stock up, stock down. We're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna open up the phone lines later, and I'm hoping we got a special guest to dial in talk about Cam Newton's injury. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. All right, Dave, stock down. Darrell Williams, B. What's going on with your boy, dog?
Oh, it's my boy now.
Yeah, what's going on with your boy?
I think we shouldn't have him at left tackle.
Yo, he
I
has.
think I think he's losing a lot of money.
Oh yeah, he is.
A lot of money.
That's the biggest thing right now. I think that's the biggest point. Oh, go ahead, my fault, Dave. I cut you off.
He's losing so much money. He might be back next year. Dare I say?
Ding 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 ding. You are correct. I think so. I was reading on the huddle, man. Them dudes was talking about yo, it might be a ploy against him to to make him come back because the way he's looking and this here's the thing, you want to play left tackle, right? You want to play left tackle because that's where the money is. The money is in the left tackle position. Granted, you can get paid playing right tackle, but the big bucks is at in the left tackle position. And so I think he wanted to play left tackle, and so but it's not looking good. It's not looking good, and I don't think he was an excellent. I don't think he was an excellent right tackle. He got some help. He was all pro. I know that. I know, but he got some help. B. He got some help. So we gotta relax. We gotta relax. Okay.
Nah, he's
Um.
not worse than speed bump, Daniel.
Oh man, his
I don't want to
close.
do that.
That bruh is
I'm gonna tell you why he's not worse than speed bump. Speed bump was drafted to play left tackle.
true.
Darrell wasn't.
That's facts.
All
That's a
right,
fact.
so I'm not going there. It's been bad. Don't get me wrong. It's been bad, like really bad. That jersey bad, like it's been bad.
Oh man.
But but comma, I'm not ready to say it's worse than speed bump.
Yeah. Nah.
Speed bump's so
I'm
bad.
not. I can't. Yeah. I agree. I can't say he's fully worse than Speed Bump. But that game against the Bucks was bad. That was a bad performance. Granted, Shaq Barrett is balling though. He got I think he added another 3 4 sacks.
He already hit his incentive for the season, dude.
Yeah, he already hit his incentive, which is crazy. That's crazy. He had an incentive for eight sacks and he hit that joint. Bugging. That's crazy. But all right, yeah. So Darrell Williams is that. If we had to pick a a low spot, it's gonna be that. Okay, it's gonna be that. Um, that's all I have for stock down, Dave. I gotta be honest with you.
Did he? How many sacks did he give up? I mean, we only gave up two. Did he give up both of them?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the
Yeah,
answer
I
to that.
wasn't sure. Didn't have a chance to go back and rewatch to see who gave up those two sacks.
Yeah,
If I had to guess, he had to give up at least one of them.
yeah. So, but yeah, man, it wasn't looking good. It was so bad that he got demoted, and they started rotating in Greg Little at left
I thought he
tackle.
was hurt.
Uh, so they said it was hurt, but then Rivera also said that it was predetermined that Little was going to get in the rotation. So it was a planned thing before they had planned to do that. Yes. So that's when I was like, okay, maybe he's not hurt. Maybe Rivera said it was planned, but you didn't see that until the second half. So um, I don't know. I don't know. Darrell Williams is not playing, and the
It's
reason
one
why.
thing. It's one thing. It's one
Okay.
thing rotating like defensive line. It's another thing to rotate the offensive line. How you gonna rotate your blind side?
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
Okay.
yeah, so they were saying Moulton did give up one. I do recall that Moulton did give up
Yeah, I
one.
remember Moten did give up one.
But yeah, man, Darrell Williams not looking so hot. He's got to do better. He gonna leave a lot of money on the table. Uh,
He's already left some.
playing like he got time. It's what 14 more games left.
Yeah, but if he keeps playing like this, he ain't gonna have 14 more games,
13
bro.
more
You know it.
games for
They're
him.
already rotating the freaking blind side.
Yeah, but Little played well, and we'll talk about him later. But moving on, let's move on. Okay, let's move on. He was the only stock down I had. Everybody in here talking about Gerald McCoy deserves stock down. Listen, Gerald McCoy does not deserve stock down. Listen, you have to understand the nuances of the position. Gerald McCoy is not going to be getting sacks. He's there to create pressure, and he did that from what I saw. And so I'm not going to give him stock down just because he's not putting up sack numbers. Defensive tackles, other than guys like Aaron Donald, the big time guys, they putting up sack numbers. But I'm not gonna give Gerald McCoy stock down for not getting sacks. Okay, the defensive line did their job. So all right, moving on. Dave, you got to give props where props are due. Okay, Ron Rivera, stock up. I think he had. This is probably one of the best coach games he's had in a long time. I thought the defense it was shaky at first. It was a little shaky, and I was in the group chat. I was like, man, and I said this in the intel session with the Rise Up guys, or the Rise Up guy, that we got to contain him. We got to contain Kyler Murray. And this is the first game where Kyler Murray actually started running and got loose. Okay, he got loose. Um, and we adjusted the second half and ended up with 8 sacks. Okay, 8 sacks is a hell of a game, hell of a game called by Ron. So you got to give him props. I mean, I drag him a lot on this podcast, but I give him props for this game. We didn't let up. We actually won the game convincingly. When is the last time, Dave, we won a game convincingly like that? What, the Bucks last year?
Probably.
Yeah.
And
So
even that, the Bucks made a comeback.
nah, we punished them dudes. Like, didn't we punish them last year?
We punished them, but they made a comeback, and it got close.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But
This was
yeah,
like a. This was like a. It was like he kept the foot on the gas for the entire game.
yeah.
Once we took the lead, he kept rolling, and that's the way. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, it was a well called game by Rivera, especially on the defensive side of the ball. That once they adjusted, I mean, they took dudes out of the game, and it was a well coached game. And I'm listen. Let's pause right here, Dave, for a second, because I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of sick and tired about, oh y'all, it's the Cardinals. It's the Cardinals. You beat the Cardinals.
Stop, guys.
Yo, stop it with that, man. Yo, relax, B. Like, yo, what are y'all talking about? Y'all wasn't saying that when the Cardinals almost put it to the Ravens last week. Y'all wasn't saying that when the Cardinals tied the Lions, who are currently undefeated. Granted, they got the tie. They're undefeated. They went to San Diego and beat a good San Diego team. So Detroit is a good team. Everybody's raving about the Ravens. See what I did there, Dave? So let's
Yeah,
not, let's
raving
not,
about.
let's not,
No,
let's
no, it's
not.
more. It's more. No, no, it's
Come
more
on,
to it
man.
than that.
Go ahead, Dave.
There's more to it than that. We lost to the Bucks last week.
Facts, facts.
The Bucks lost to the Giants yesterday,
The Bucks lost to the Giants, B. So come
and
on,
Saquon
man.
was out for most of that
And
game.
Saquon was out for most of the game, B. Talk about it,
So
Dave.
like, you can't, you can't be like, oh, it's the Cardinals. We're supposed to be down. We're supposed
Talk
to beat
about
those
it,
guys.
Dave. Talk about
Like
it,
there
Dave.
was folk, there were folks in this chat last week thinking that we weren't going to beat Arizona.
Facts. And they were favored to win the game. Come on, man. Like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like, yes, we won with a backup quarterback and look good doing it. Like, y'all got it, of course. And I agree with Amos, B Amos. We real close to being 3-0. Real talk. Real close. So, I mean, come on, man. Like, I do not like that talking point about, oh, it's just the Cardinals. Like,
I
come on,
will
B.
I will say
Kyler,
this though.
go ahead, Dave.
Somebody's got to take heat for playing Cam those first 2 weeks.
We'll talk about it, Dave. We'll talk
Listen, man.
talk about it, Dave.
Somebody got to take some heat
I
Playing
mean,
Cameron those first 2 weeks.
yeah, I agree. I agree, Dave.
I'm just saying,
I agree. Um,
like Norv has been playing with a partial Cam for the last 10 games that he started, and that's a fact. There's no doubt about it. We got to talk. We're going to talk about it probably later. I don't know what the agenda is looking like today, but we got to talk about that.
I agree.
Somebody got to take this heat.
We'll talk about Cam a little bit later, but I agree. I'm not disagreeing at all. But Ron gets his props for this is a well coached isolating to
Yeah,
this
this
game.
is a phenomenal coach
We're
game by Ron.
we're isolating this game. We're not talking about Ron Rivera and how he handled Cam. We're not talking about Ron Rivera how he handled the past couple weeks. We're talking about isolating this game. Ron Rivera did a good job. Okay, so moving on, Dave. Kyle Allen, the boss,
The brother,
the
the brother
boss.
who doubled my bankroll. The brother.
So, Dave, earlier in the day, I sent out two things. In the group me, I said, Kyle Allen is gonna surprise some of y'all. Did I not, Dave? Did you see that?
You did.
I did say that, did I not? Okay. I also tweeted. I said, yo, what happens if Kyle Allen actually plays well in against the Cardinals? Did I not tweet that, Dave?
Yep.
So listen, Kyle Allen had a hell of a game. Okay. And he didn't have to do much. Did he do much? All he did was manage the game and hit the wide open receivers most of the time, and scrambled a little bit. He got out the pocket. He does got to work on ball security because he fumbled twice. One of them we got back, one of them we lost. But the man balled out. Okay, he balled out. And listen, Dave, I think we don't have. And I want to pump the brakes. We do not. I want to be clear. As of this moment, Dave, we do not have a quarterback controversy. Okay, let's be clear. We do not have a quarterback controversy at the moment right now. I don't
That's
think
fine.
it's too early to don the king Kyle Allen
It
as the
it
GOAT. Go ahead.
it depends on what you define as a controversy, sir.
What do you define as a controversy, Dave?
If he didn't have a good game today, was Clam playing next week?
Yes, he was, and Dave, there was a reason why. Listen, there was a reason why he only got announced that he was not. There's a reason why it was announced today, not last week,
He's
that he would
out.
be out. There was a strategic reasoning behind that. Okay, we feel good with Kyle Allen. Cam, you don't need to play next week. That's what happened there. Okay, that's what it is. There is not a court. I want to be clear with this. There is not a quarterback controversy as of right now. However, Dave. However,
I'm gonna say this about Kyle Allen because typically in daily fantasy, I give recommendations during my morning show. I didn't want to put the gigs on to Kyle Allen because I didn't want to give up them cookies because I want to make my money.
yeah,
I had every intention
Dave
to
was
start Kyle
selfish.
Allen.
He was selfish, man.
The only debate I had was whether or not I was going to start Olsen and McCaffrey with Kyle Allen. I was bouncing that because I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. There might be too many Panthers, but it worked out. I decided to do it, and it worked out
Nice.
because it was either him or Elliott, and McCaffrey definitely destroyed Elliott.
So Kyle Allen, he completed 19 of 26 passes, Dave, 73% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns. He got sacked twice. I mean, he had a hell of a game. 261 passing yards. Great game by Kyle Allen. And listen, he looked like he was having a blast out there, Dave. He got sacked and he got up smiling. I mean, the dude was having a blast. Okay, he was good. He was back home, and I didn't know the little sub nuanced storylines that was in there. He went back home. Christian Kirk. I know he had played with Kyler. They were on the same team. There was a lot of little nuances in this game that kind of made it a great story. But his ability to get out the pocket and stretch plays was great. He hit the wide. I can't say this enough, Dave. He hit the wide open guys. He hit the wide. And Dave,
In
I said it.
stride.
I said, listen, he don't have to do much. All he has to do is get the ball to the playmakers and let them go. And what happens? He gets the ball to DJ Moore. DJ Moore takes off for a long touchdown pass. He gives the ball to McCaffrey, hands the ball, and McCaffrey takes. There was no pressure on Kyle Allen. All he had to do was hit the wide open guys. He did that. He didn't force anything. He did a great job. Now the question is can he replicate this performance? He doesn't have to replicate this exact performance, because if he does, then we're really going to have a quarterback controversy on our hands. But if he can just come out and manage the game like he did last week or this past week, we're going to be fine, guys. We're going to be okay. In the meantime, until Kyle Allen, until Cam Newton's healthy. But Dave, let's take a look at these stats. And I already told you guys the stats: 144 passer rating. He was balling, man. Any more thoughts on Kyle Allen? I got another slide I got to get to, but any more thoughts, Dave, on Kyle Allen?
Let me tell you something. If he balls against Houston, mm, mm, mm. There's gonna be a lot of discussions. I stand by that. I don't want to see Cam until he's fully 100 until he's 100%.
Hold that
Let
thought. Hold that thought, Dave.
All right.
Hold that. We're gonna talk about Cam later. Hold that
We'll
thought.
talk about it. But Cal had a phenomenal game. He won me a lot of money on. He won me a lot of money yesterday. I'm appreciative. I'm debating if I'm going to play him again this week because he's still pretty cheap on DraftKings.
Yes. All right. So Christian McCaffrey also gets stock up. The wide receiver. That wide receiver is pretty darn good, if I must say.
He sure as heck.
Um,
Yeah, man. He had a pretty dope carry for 76 yards. Did you see that play?
did you see the breakaway speed, Dave? He was out
Oh my
here.
God.
Look. It was a little slow. I'm not gonna lie. It was looking a little slow. He slowed down a little bit, okay. But that breakaway through and it was up the middle too. That little guy can't. There's no way that you can send a little guy up the middle, Dave. He can't take that contact. It's blasphemous. It's blasphemous, Dave.
But I will say this: they finally took him out the game yesterday.
Dude, took him long enough. I felt like he should have came out a little bit earlier than what he did. But yeah, they did take him out. Bonifant got 2 carries. Armour even got a carry earlier in the game, little fullback dive. But Christian McCaffrey, 24 carries. A lot of them came in garbage time. I would say about 4 or 5 carries came in garbage time. Um, but 24 carries, 153 rushing yards, 1 touchdown, and then he added 3 catches to 35 yards on 4 targets. I mean, listen, I thought Kyle Allen used McCaffrey perfect. He did not dump it every single time to McCaffrey. Kyle Allen kept his eyes downfield, hit the open guys, and we did not. I felt like we didn't overuse McCaffrey. I felt like it was a great balance because other guys got involved, and that's what happens. I'll say it again. That's what happens when you hit the open receivers, Dave. That's all I'm gonna say. When you hit the open receivers, it opens up the field for everybody. And
It sounds
that's
like you're trying to let the truth live, man.
oh, my
Introducing the
fault.
entirely redesigned 2019 Acura.
Damn ESPN commercials. My bad.
Oh,
Um,
you good?
all right. So that being said, I'm just saying when you hit the open guys, good things happen. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, moving on. Moving on, Dave. Oh, here's the 1K and 1K tracker. Um, he added to his total yardage. And now he needs to average 56 yards a game to reach 1K, and he's to average 72 receiving yards to reach 1K in receiving. He's got some work to do in receiving yards. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Maybe when Cam gets back and the dump off machine happens again, he might reach. But if he continues to use like he's used, he won't get the 1K receiving yards, and that's okay. That's okay.
But he still
Um,
might get the 2,000 all purpose.
he could. He's got a yeah. He could. He's on pace right now. For 1,200 rushing yards, 1,272 yards, and he's on pace for 528 receiving yards.
Okay.
All right. So that's it. That's it with the 1K. I'm gonna keep that up. Keep that updated throughout the year. Oh man, y'all can't see it.
I can see it.
Oh no, they can't on the screen. My bad. I should have
I
said
can't
something.
see the right side.
Yeah, my bad. I should have said something. All right, there you go. Now y'all can see it. Now y'all can see it.
There we
No,
go.
you gotta subtract. You gotta subtract the the bye week. I don't think he's on page 1,600. I don't know what kind of math you're using, bro. I don't know what kind of math you're using, dog. If you subtract the bye week, it'll come down. All right. So this slide was actually supposed to go up a little bit earlier. I don't know why my slides got out of order. But going back to Kyle Allen real quick, looking at the next 3 weeks. The next 3 weeks. Houston Texans, Jaguars, Bucks in London. In what scenario, Dave? In what scenario do you envision Kyle Allen keeping the job? Because I'm thinking in my mind, I'm thinking Cam comes back. I'm thinking Cam comes back after the bye. I'm thinking they're gonna put him back, and Cam comes back after the bye. So that gives him 4 weeks to get healthy. Not that I condone that. Just to be clear, not that I condone that. I'd rather sit Cam for the rest of the year. Let him get healthy. But Dave, go ahead. My fault.
We got a donation. Shout out to Tony.
Shout out to Tony. I'm not sure what happened to the
Tony for the donation.
My man Tony. Go ahead.
So here's the deal. The NFL wants Cam to play in that London game. Now, it's going to be very difficult for Cam to play in that London game if Kyle Allen wins in Houston and Jacksonville. Very difficult.
I don't think he comes back. I think he comes back after the bye.
Nah.
I think he comes back after the bye.
Roger's going to tap, Bill. Roger going to tap. That game's at 9:30. I don't think Kyle Allen versus Jameis Winston is box office.
But Obata, man.
And
Obata's gonna bring. He's gonna bring peeps.
Obata's gonna be the headline.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a headline.
I think so. I actually do think so. Yeah, I think. Yeah,
but I don't think that headline. But if Cam was playing, would it overshadow the fact that Cam's playing his first international game?
Fam, that did you watch Thursday night, right? I don't think anybody's gonna be interested to see Bucks Panthers, like, no matter where it's played. Like, nobody's gonna be tuning in to see this game.
It's the London game.
I don't think so.
I almost went to that game, man.
Yeah, because you're a Panthers fan, Dave.
I know, but don't worry. Europe's got a lot of Panthers fans too. We got a Roar and Riot chapter out there.
We do, facts.
Don't get it twisted.
Shout out to the Riot. But Dave, let me throw a couple scenarios at you. He goes 2-1. Let's say he loses to the Texans, beats the Jaguars, beats the Bucks. Let's say Cam is slated to come back after the bye. What do you think about that scenario? Because I think that's a realistic scenario.
3-3. He'll be 3-3.
The Panthers will be 3-3, and he got all three of the wins.
Yeah, you have to keep him in there, buddy.
So you're saying
keep him in there.
See, this is
now. It depends on how he loses, though, right? If it was if he gets freaking trucked by Houston. If he gets trucked by Houston. But then if he comes back and beats Jacksonville's got a phenomenal defense.
Jacksonville defense is nice.
Yeah, like if he messes around and beats Jacksonville, beats the Bucks, it's a tough sell to bring Cam back.
Listen,
this year. It's going to be tough, man. That man's 3-3 going into that. If he has a 500 record or better, it's a tough sell to bring Cam back, bro.
No, what I think happens though, even if they do bring him back, I think the ideal for Cam to be put in a great light, for Cam to come and return, put his cape on, and save the Panthers, is if we go 0-3 these next 3 games. Maybe 0-3 and maybe 1-2 in these next 3 games. But if we happen to go 2-1 or 3-0 in these next 3 games, Cam is going to be put in the worst position ever in life. Because the worst thing that can happen to Cam Newton is if they, after the bye, Kyle Allen goes 3-0. After the bye, Cam Newton comes back and he's still quote unquote rusty. And he's not looking good. That is the worst scenario that could happen. You don't want to put Cam Newton in that scenario. It's not a good look because we're playing well, and you're going to replace a able quarterback with Cam Newton that's going to need time to come back. I think it puts Cam in the worst situation possible. The crowd is going to turn on him. Where's the first game after the bye? Anybody know?
I can find
It
out.
better not be at home. If it's at home, fam. Let me see. Where's the next game?
I'm about to find
Anybody know
out.
where the next game is after
I'm
the
about to tell
bye?
you right now. Hold on. Hold on.
49ers.
It's
It's in 49ers. At 49ers, I think.
it's at the 49ers.
Okay, so we might be safe there. We might be safe there. But I just think as a fan base, I think they're gonna kill him. They're gonna crucify Cam. If we go 3-0, that is the nightmare scenario for Cam Newton coming
Well,
back.
there's already folks saying that Kyle should stay the starter.
Nah, I'm not on that. Listen, to be clear,
No,
I'm
I'm
not
not on
on
that
that.
train
I'm not
either.
on that train. I'm not 100% so. I'm like 25% sold with Kyle Allen. He got a ways to go to prove it. He's got to get these 3 games. If he gets these 3 games, we have a full blown quarterback controversy. Because I don't think you can put Cam Newton back in and Kyle Allen's playing that well. I don't think you will put Cam Newton in the worst scenario ever, putting him back in the game and Kyle Allen's still playing well. You can't. You setting Cam up for extreme. You think putting Cam in while he's hurt is setting him up for failure? Put him in after Kyle Allen goes 3-0 these next 3 games. See what happens to Cam Newton. The media is gonna crucify him. Our fan base is gonna crucify him, especially if he's still rusty.
Yeah, the
Just
thing
saying.
is he's in a bad spot. He's in a super bad spot. If Cam messes around, if Cam comes back after the bye and they decide Cam's our starter and we're sitting 3-3 or 4-2, it's gonna be ugly if he goes to San Francisco and loses that game. Ugly, 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 ugly,
I don't know, man.
ugly.
I'm happy in a way. And let me say I'm not feeling any type of way yet because I need to see Kyle Allen put it together some more. We've seen Kyle Allen struggle in preseason games, and we've seen Kyle Allen play. Well, he played extremely well. I think he played the most perfect game he could ever play in
But
Arizona, and it's
just
gonna come down from here. Okay, go ahead. My fault.
just
Go ahead.
consider this though. In the preseason, he's playing with backups.
Not necessarily, dude. Didn't he start? He started one of
He
the.
started, but a lot of the folks sat. Like a lot of the stars
That could
sat.
be true. I don't know. That you're right, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So like
All I'm saying is
now we've seen Cal Allen twice with starters, and he's
mm,
balled both times.
I'm not there
I
yet.
know you're not going to count the
I'm not there
Saints.
yet. I'm not counting the Saints game, and I'm not there yet. Listen, I support. I hope he does, but I think he played the most perfect game he could ever play against the Cardinals. I don't think he's gonna play that well like ever again. And if he does, I'll be wrong. I'll be wrong. I'll be
On
gladly.
the road, by the way.
I'll gladly be wrong.
On the road,
He's from
guys.
dude. He's from there though. Like he had family there. Like he had a lot to play
Well, he
for.
gets to go on the road again next week.
I don't know if he can duplicate that. He got some peoples in Texas. He need to hit him up. If he got some peoples in Texas, hit him up. Hit him up, B. Straight like that. Straight like that. So all I'm saying is, yo, these next 3 weeks are big. For the, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna go as far as to say the future of our franchise depends on it. That's not what I'm saying. But it's big because I don't think you can throw Cam Newton back out there with Kyle Allen playing well. And I don't know. I don't know.
This
I
could
don't
be
know.
a coach. This could be a coach's job on the line is on this decision based on how these next 3 games go. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like when you sit down and think about it, right? If Rivera the veteran doesn't lose his job and put Cam back in there, and they start losing again, he's good as gone.
Cam might be right there with him too. But I digress. I'll hold off on that. All right, let's move on, Dave. Let's move on. So Greg Little, man, I see y'all talking about it. Greg Little actually looked good in his reps, Dave. So this begs the question: is this another instance of Ron Rivera not playing the talent, the young talent, going with the veteran? Is this another case?
Of course it is. But
Jeez,
Little
man.
might not have been ready at the beginning of the season.
He was concussed. He sat out. But he played well. I think one time he gave up a couple of pressures because they sent like 3 dudes at him. There's nothing he can do about that. But I thought he played well. So my man, no, I thought he played at Texas A&M. Did he play at Houston too? So D Jackson says Kyle Allen played at the University of Houston. So it's another homecoming game.
Look at that. He got another homecoming game
look,
up in this
look at
piece.
God. Look at God. Another homecoming game for Kyle Allen. My bad. But all right. So I think Greg Little looked good. It'd be nice to see him. It'd be nice to see Greg out there a little bit more. I do like. I'm not gonna front. I do like the rotation a little bit. Let him get his feet wet. Not just throwing him to the flames. I'm not mad at the rotation, but I think he was out last week because of concussion, so it wouldn't have helped. No, this is the first game he's been healthy and been active. So this could have happened a lot earlier had he been healthy. So I'm not gonna
So I'm
blame
gonna ask
Ron.
you.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
gonna
blame
ask you
Ron for
another
that. Go ahead, Dave.
philosophical question though.
Go ahead, Dave.
Let's say the decision's made and it's decided that they bench Darrell Williams to start Greg Little.
Mhm.
Do you move Darrell back to right tackle?
Nah. Well, I might rotate that out because Moten ain't been playing the best either. I would play with the configuration a little bit. I'm not mad at that. Put him at right, but he need to help at right too. So like it's not like he's like a super beast at right tackle. He need to help. Sent a lot of chippies over there, B. So I would tweak I would absolutely tweak the line though. I would put him over at right tackle. Do the little rotation thing you're doing here with Little, and then maybe slide Moten in the guard. But I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I
folks
don't
in the
know.
chat are saying moving the guard.
Yeah, guard maybe. Hey, play around, see who gets the what the best configuration is. Right now, I think it's little at left tackle, and listen, this is what we drafted him for. Second round pick. Get him out there. Let him get his feet wet, man. But I do like the rotation though. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Rivera said he wants to do the same thing with Dennis Daly.
I'm not sure about that one, B. You talking about a second round pick versus the six round pick or undrafted? No, he was drafted 6th round pick.
He's got
But all
6th round, man. Stop
right,
playing.
let's
Don't be disrespecting the game
my
changing,
my
man.
fault, my fault. Shout out to the Cox, B. Pause. All right, moving on. The young duo, DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel. Boy, they look great when you got them the ball and you hit them when they're wide open. Man, I mean, you see, this is what happens when you hit the wide open guys. And did you see that tiptoe catch by Curtis Samuel?
Yeah, man.
Woo! I told y'all. I tried to tell y'all. I tried to tell y'all in the offseason. Tried to tell y'all about Curtis. Did a whole little series on it. Shout out to me on that, man. Shout out to me on that for calling that because Curtis looks great.
Mm.
Curtis looks great out here, man. Get all you gotta do is get the playmakers the ball and let them go to work. Let them go to work, okay? Let them go to work. Um, dog, the play. So you're the second person to say that said that, Caesar. You and Noli are saying the same thing that the play calling was different.
It
No,
was.
no, I disagree. It was not different.
But
It
all
was
right.
not
I'll
different.
put it to you this way.
It was not. It was not
It
that
was.
drastically
It
different.
was. It was different from the standpoint of the fact that the playbook was more open because the quarterback, was healthy. So like
I,
there
I
was
disagree.
something. Hear me
Give
out.
me an
There were
example. Give
some
me an
things.
example.
So like that freaking pass that Allen did to DJ Moore, Cam can do that right now.
No, he couldn't. But that playbook that play has been ran before. Same play
But
happened
that's
against
my
the Eagles.
point. Like it looked different because
It's the
Cam hasn't
same
been
offense.
healthy.
True, I agree. I agree with your point.
So
I'm not
because
disagreeing.
Cam hasn't been healthy, the playbook's been stifled because of that. Because there's some plays that North can't do because Cam's health impedes that to happen. And
I
now I'm
don't.
out here talking like Cam. So so he can't. So Cam can't do that. Like Cam right now is not healthy enough to do some of those things.
I disagree.
Greg Olsen was balling. I know we
Greg
haven't
Olson's
gotten
the
to
man.
Greg yet.
He's there. He's in here. I think he's in here. I hope I put him in here. I
You
did.
better put him in there.
If I did, it was an accident. If I didn't put him in there, completely. I
Yeah,
don't know if
like so.
I can't remember to be honest with
Curtis Samuel, 5 catches, 53 yards and a touchdown. DJ Moore, 1 catch, 52 yards and a touchdown. Solid days by both of them.
you. Yeah.
They balled.
So
But it's amazing when you have a healthy quarterback throwing the ball, though, man.
and they're hitting wide open guys.
Yeah, but the thing is, Cam had these same wide open guys, and he was overthrowing them, underthrowing them. Like this is what he was doing the first
Dave
two
said it,
weeks.
not me. Dave said it, not me.
I'm
You
just saying.
you hit the wide open guys, the offense wouldn't look any different. I promise you. I promise you it would. We got stifled. But we'll I say I digress. I digress. Moving on. Dante Jackson, boy, did he have a Jekyll and Hyde game. Because he whipped on some tackle. He had a great wrap-up tackle. Then followed that up, I think, 2 plays later, and had a terrible whiff tackle again. And I think that one gave up a touchdown um, uh,
Yep.
to your boy. Um, but yeah, he had a Jekyll and Hyde game. He's not a great tackler, but boy, that 40-inch vertical and that interception, and then the other one was a great interception too because he came off his read and intercepted the ball. He had a great game. Week 3, Dante is the man. Week 3, Dante, he went off. He went off. I think he felt not he didn't feel the pressure per se, but he knew he was playing bad. He knew he was playing bad, and then he responded with those 2 picks. So shout out to Dante, man. I hope we see more of this throughout the year, man. I really want to see more of it because he disappears. He goes on. He plays well, and then you won't see anything, and he won't have any pass breakups, won't have any interceptions. Then he'll give up some won't tackle well, and then he'll respond with a couple picks. But Dave, any thoughts on Dante? Jekyll and Hyde, man.
Dante Ball, man, and he's been talking this trash, and well deserved.
Hey, he can
You just
back.
don't
He's
get up
backing
your
it
head too
up.
much. You going up against don't have your head up too much, man. You going against DeAndre Hopkins next week.
He or I think that'd be Bradbury's assignment. But I'm sure he'll see Dante once, Deontay, or DeAndre, excuse me, a couple times throughout the game. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. So yeah, but he does got. I think Slim J said it in the group meet, and I think he said it. It was a great point. I think he said that you're gonna have to accept the good with the bad. Dante is not gonna be the best tackler, but he's gonna take some chances and he's gonna make some plays. And I think that's exactly what happened in this game. It's exactly what happened. So he took some risks, especially coming off his guy and making that read. It was a great read by Dante, and then getting that vertical. That vertical was insane. But shout out to Dante, man. Those 2 picks were great, and then we actually converted off of a turnover. I couldn't believe my eyes when we actually converted off of a turnover. We scored some points. A touchdown off a turnover was I couldn't believe my eyes, Dave. For sure, couldn't believe my
Mm-mm-mm.
eyes. Both sides of the basketball, both sides of the football were on display. Even special teams got in. Shout out to Ray Ray. Moving on.
Mm-mm.
Christian Miller, 2 sacks. Roll Tide now here. Shout out with the Roll Tide. Shout out to Christian Miller. Listen, one thing I was about to give him stock down. Though. I can't front. I was about to give Christian Miller stock down. Be listen, because his sack celebration is trash, bro. He got to get a better sack
You ain't
celebration,
like
bro.
this fishing game, man.
No, that joint is trash. You know what? Let Wesley had no. Wesley was the duck hunt. Wesley Wall had the duck shooting joint, and this dude's out here fishing for sea bass. Yo, his joint is trash. But
If he keeps hitting QBs with the sea bass, I'm cool with it, man. Look, man.
but yo, that's
Even though I
funny.
never was like a fishing gamer, so I can relate to duck hunt. I can't relate to fishing. I'm allergic to the freaking seafood, so I can't relate to like fishermen.
And his mustache game is crazy. He do got the crazy mustache,
Or he's
which is
got the
wild.
stash
He
action.
do got a stash. He got the Gardner Minshew joint. Um, but yeah, man, shout out to Christian Miller. He had a great game. He had a great game. Put collar on his ass a couple times. Good to see. Good to see. Um,
That man looked dead in that picture, man.
yeah, that's why I used it. I saw this picture. I was like, yo, that joint's crazy. Got to use this joint. As you can see, just this is just a list of the rookie sack leaders. We got 2 tied for first. We got Brian Burns with 2, Christian Miller with 2, right up there with Josh Allen. So this is great. This is great. Our rookies are showing up. Shout out to the young talent. I think when Bruce Irvin comes back, you'll see some of that PT going away. But I'm loving what I see out of the rookies so far. Shout out to Brian and Christian Miller. Um, so I just want to point that out because just a little rookie of the year watch or defensive D Roy watch because I think Burns is right there, right in the thick. 9 tackles, two sacks. Only thing he doesn't have over Allen is a forced fumble. Josh Allen has a forced fumble and then one more tackle. So shout out to Brian Burns.
But he
He's
has
right.
more.
Right in there.
Yeah, his tackles got less assists though.
He's right in there for D-Roy, in my opinion. All right,
Don't
so
forget about Bruce Irvin because he's definitely getting in. He's about to
oh
get his
yeah,
spot back once
when
he's
Bruce
healthy.
come back, I think Bruce, Brian Burns takes a hit. And some of his PT takes a little bit of a hit, but I think it's gonna be a great rotation. I think he might be a little bit fresher too. Brian will be. All right, so moving on. I just want to point that out. Mario Addison. Yo, it seems like Mario get off. Yo, he get off. Added three sacks. Listen, Kyle is fast and all, but we got some speed out there too, B. And I hope your boy Deshaun Watson was watching because they give up a lot of sacks too. They give up a lot of
They never
sacks.
had their line. They're still messing with their line because they added Tunsil right
Hey
before the
man,
trade deadline, right
hey
before the season
listen,
started.
Deshaun gonna get his too. Okay, Mario was balling. Was able to he did make me mad a couple times because he lost contain and it allowed early in the game it allowed Kyler to get off. But then we adjusted and it was great. It was great. So shout out to Mario Addison. I think it's the first time you might have seen him on Stock Up. If it is, my bad, because Mario be getting his on the low. It's like a solid. I was like 3 sacks. Where did he come from though? Like, I don't even
Oh, I
remember them
saw.
joints.
We sacked Mr. Murray 8 times
Eight. I
yesterday.
know that's what I'm saying. It happened so quick. I was like, I couldn't. I was like, damn, another one. I should have hit the damn
Another one.
Khaled. Another one. Yeah, but Murray late in that game, he started seeing ghosts. B. He started seeing stuff that wasn't there,
Mm-hmm.
and he took his eyes off downfield and wanted to run. Listen, maybe he should have took some pointers from Daniel Jones. Mm, mm, mm. Just
So
saying.
what we're gonna do about we have to talk about Gettleman, man, at some point. Just some random Gettleman talk about the fact that he might have been right about Daniel Jones, but you still don't trade Odell Beckham. I don't care who you play. You don't trade that guy.
Yeah. I no comment. All right, moving on. We are. I mean, I did, and this is my bad because I did not have Greg Olson up here. I sincerely want to apologize to Greg Olson because it was an oversight on my part. I missed it.
But I'm gonna say it anyway. The man had 6 catches for 75 yards and two
He did.
TDs.
That's my bad. I don't know
He
how I lost
balled.
that one. I don't know how I
But there was
lost
so
that
many
one.
stocks ups, and there was a
Yeah, it
lot of
was
people he
too.
beat up the week
It was a
before.
lot of stock ups. A lot of stock ups, man. I lost track. That's my fault. That's my bad. Um,
But Olsen balled.
But yeah, I got Cam Newton up here. Listen, he's out. They declared him out for week 4 already. And I agree with you, Dave. You hit it right on the head. Had Kyle Allen played poorly, Cam would have been right back on that field. Okay, let's call a spade a spade. They waited until today for a reason. Okay, and they waited till today for a reason. So call a spade a spade. All right. So
He he went from week to week to day to being ruled out.
yeah, yeah. It happened. It happens, man. Like,
Yeah,
listen,
like
sit that man.
shout out to the Carolina Huddle, just Jeremy Ego. And one thing he said, he posted like the weird progression of the injury report for him. First 2 weeks, he's fine. Third week, he's week to week. Then he's day to day. Now he's out.
He shouldn't have been out there, man. He shouldn't have been out there. Listen, a damage in this it showed a damaged Cam Newton is or a hurt Cam Newton is probably doing a little bit more damage just because the playbook's not open. He's not hitting the wide open guys. He can't get his mechanics right. And listen, if Kyle Allen can put some games together, playing him could have cost us a couple games. That could have cost us a couple games. So listen, Listen, I love Cam. Listen, I rock with Cam, and I'm not trying to sound like a Cam here. I know I threw a couple shots at him. We're hitting the open guys, and it's not his fault. Okay, he shouldn't have been out there, but he's a competitor, and he probably want to be out there as bad as anybody. But go ahead.
Marcus, what's the source, bro? He's saying that Cam has to get list frank surgery, and if he does, man, that's 4 to 6 weeks. So he won't be here in London if that's the case.
I told you. I think he's gonna be back after the bye. After the bye, he's gonna
But I
come
mean,
back.
but
That's
if he's
four
got to have
weeks.
surgery, it's different, right? If it's legit and he's got list frank,
So
oh,
Joe
Joe Person,
Person, that's legit.
that might be legit, man. Yeah, if that's the case,
Why don't
then
they
yeah,
just rule him out? Like, why don't they just say, hey, he's out 4 to 6 weeks? Because he hasn't had the surgery yet, right?
No,
They're
he hasn't.
considering it.
Yeah, they're considering it. If he's, I mean, at this point, you know what the thing is? They're gonna force Cam's hand. Like, if he wins next week, they're gonna force Cam to have the surgery. Cam might be refusing it right now because he probably doesn't want to go through rehab and through the whole hoopla again. But they're gonna force him. They could put him on temporary IR, but that might be too long.
Yeah, you can probably
You
get him
could
back
probably
and
just
forth.
wait him
But
out.
listen, he don't need. At the end of the day, he don't need to be playing this year, man. He needs to sit out. Like, dog, just sit out, man. Kyle Allen's playing okay so far, and listen, he just need to sit out, bro. Just need to sit out, man. Sit out, and we'll catch you on the other side, maybe. All right, so Dave, we got the Houston Texans next week, and we're gonna have a representative from the Texans Unfiltered podcast. So if you got any questions, listen, hit us with the questions, B. Y'all did good with the Arizona Cardinals joint. A lot of questions came on the emergency episode, but we need the questions to roll in because it helps. It helps keep the conversation flowing. Maybe I might miss something. So come on, man. Like hit us with some questions, B. You want to know something about the Texans? Like, why in the world they got rid of Matt Khalil? Like, why did they get rid of Matt Khalil? Like, I want to know the answer to that. Why did
Wait,
they?
time out. Stop right there. Stop right there. Just stop right there. That is such a terrible question because we both know the answer is why they got rid of Matt Khalil.
I'm joking, B. I'm joking.
Yo, man, he spit hot garbage, yo.
Yo, I'm joking. My question is why they signed him in the first place? That's what I really want to know. Why did y'all
That now
sign B in
that
the
is a
first
valid
place?
question. I think Dave Gettleman showed up as GM for a day. That's what I'm leaning towards. He showed up as GM for a day to overpay him again.
All right. So I'm about to open up these phone lines, man, and y'all can call in and have a blast. Let me lock this real quick, and let's talk about it, man. What's your thoughts, Cam Newton? Um, Kyle Allen. What y'all thinking? The defense. What's the word? I want to know what y'all thinking. Whoops. Let me see. What is the? All right, there it is. It's up. It's up. Dial in. We want to know what y'all thinking. What y'all thinking about the game? Offense. Kyle Allen. Scarf game. What's good?
Scarf game.
Should be more scarves out there, man. Y'all support Cam. Y'all stand with Cam. Hit him with a scarf selfie. Matter of fact, I gotta put this one on Twitter.
Kyle Allen helped the morale of the team.
Yeah, it was a different
Winning changes a lot of things, man.
It was a different energy out there, bro. Different energy. They get the scarf
Winning can do
selfie,
that.
dog.
We
All
got some
right.
players.
Hold on. Give me a sec. Oh, y'all came in
Y'all ain't
quick.
playing today. You see what happened after
Wow,
the
hold
win?
up, B. Hold up, dog. Hold on. Give me a second, Pete.
I was here first.
Yeah, I got you. 704-241. What's good?
Not much. How y'all doing?
Nolly, what's
What's
up,
up,
man?
man?
Man, phone line hot. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Dang.
hot. It's lit. It's lit. What's good?
Hey,
Let's keep it quick because I got a
All
busy
right.
line as
Keep
you can
that.
see.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's lit.
That's
another
cool. That's
one.
cool with me. I'm gonna keep it short. I think we should cut Cam. I'm just kidding. We
I
cut
was about
that
to
button real
say, bro,
quick
you
in case
bugging.
somebody does that. um. Overall, obviously, I'm happy. I'm shocked by the performance because Kyle Allen was missing wide open dudes when he was running with the ones in the preseason. So I'm happy he's healthy. Hopefully he can keep it up. I would sit Cam for the whole month of October. Don't bring him back until you absolutely need him to. I don't think this is a Drew Bledsoe or Kurt Warner, Mark Bolger situation where the backup display is so good. I mean, we'll see. You got to ride the hot hand, but personally, I would just not even play Cam until he's 100% ready. Obviously, you want him to sit the whole year, but if that's not a possibility, then bring him back. I say that Green Bay game, which would be 2 weeks after the bye. So hopefully they get that going. But yeah, and the last thing I'll say is keep Greg Little at left tackle.
I agree there.
Daryl, yeah, them jokes for how he can't block me on Twitter. I mean, it's coming true. So
That's funny.
Excited. Want to see how they do against the Texans because I feel like that can be a shootout right now. Because they got some weapons, so we'll see how that
Yeah,
goes. But
I'm a
like
little.
always.
I ain't gonna front. JJ
Oh,
Watt
sorry. Go ahead. Go
versus
ahead.
JJ Watt versus whoever. It's gonna be ugly. So we gotta
Greg
Oh,
Little
Taylor
or
Moton,
Daryl
we got
Williams,
hopefully.
we
sir.
gotta roll away. Move the pocket or something, please. Please don't get Kyle Allen hurt, man. That'd be the worst scenario.
Oh yeah.
That would
Oh
be
yeah.
bad.
And as promise, last thing I'll say. Shout out to Bruce Overton.
Hey,
I know he got free
always,
tickets, but
always.
we would never see Burns and Miller playing this much if
That's a
not got
fact.
hurt.
That is a fact.
So if he wants to rest up that hamstring for another
Hey,
week or
man,
so,
take
go
all the
ahead. But
time you need, my G. Take all the. Listen, we don't want to see.
they'll have a good matchup against Laramie Tunzel and whoever they're going to line up on the other side. But
Yeah, we don't want to see the
we'll
king
see
out
how it
there.
goes. I'm excited.
We don't want to see the king out there on a hammy, on a bad hammy. So
So not only did he give y'all free tickets, but he's letting these dudes play. That's incredible.
yeah, it's a couple gifts, two gifts. But all right, well, I got to move on. Got a lot of people. Got a lot of people. Let's move on. I got
Appreciate
to
it.
bring
Get
in.
that dump button ready. All right.
All right, yo. All
All
right,
right.
yep. So this J Sim, you on the line, B? Did I unmute you?
Nah,
Who this? Who this?
nah. This
Okay, go
this,
ahead.
this Jonathan. I hollered at you last time. Hey, Dave, I told Shy that you was my favorite last time, though.
He did. All right, you gotta make it quick. Make it quick. What's good?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't let you take all the time like you did last time, B.
yeah.
You was on the phone
I
about
got you.
30 minutes, my G.
I'm gonna try not to ramble this time, but I'm gonna try to make it as short as I can. But I agree with Noli. As far as starting Greg Little, I kind of feel like maybe it could be possible that we could move Daryl Williams to the left guard. I think that's the line that we was really expecting to have, even in training camp. But that's one thing. Two, I agree with Noli about, you know what I'm saying, Brian Burns and Christian Miller wouldn't be getting this time if Bruce Irvin was healthy. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like they're going to split time, but, I like what I'm seeing from Brian Burns. But my main reason for calling in was, we got to talk about the quarterback situation. Kyle Allen looked good. And I know some people have been saying that, it's play calling stuff, but I feel like that has to do with the play calling changes if you're hitting wide receivers. Like, everything changes when you missing wide receivers versus when you're hitting wide receivers. Because, a lot of offensive coordinators have their next plays already scripted. But if you're missing on the plays, things change. So my question to y'all is this. Would you rather have a Cam Newton that you're probably not going to run a lot, but you already know he's not as accurate, versus a quarterback that that's accurate but don't run as much as Cam? Because at this point, it seems like you have to run Cam. I personally would rather have a quarterback that is accurate, especially in Noah's system, which depends on you getting the ball out in time, versus a quarterback that can actually really extend plays. It's going to be times you have to extend plays, but as a game as a whole, I would rather have an accurate quarterback.
So did you say Cam Newton was healthy? Is Cam Newton healthy in your scenario?
I'm saying once he gets healthy.
Okay,
Because I really feel like he has a good shot to win at Houston. Has a good shot, to win in London everything.
Okay. Okay, let me say that this is just easy answer. If Cam Newton's healthy, he's gonna run the ball. He's gonna run the ball, and Cam Newton is gonna add that other element to the game. So you give me healthy Cam Newton over Kyle Allen. However, Cam Newton is not healthy. I don't think he's gonna be healthy the rest of this season. He's gonna be coming off a foot surgery, so he doesn't need to play this season. So give me Kyle Allen this season.
But even if he's not hitting wide receivers, because even when he's been healthy, he's missed wide receivers.
Yeah, but he adds another element though. He adds a whole nother element.
Under North.
Talk to your man, Dave. That's your boy anyway. You're his favorite anyway. So talk some sense in this man.
Under North, he's been the most accurate he was in his entire career, including his MVP season, when healthy. He hasn't
Exactly.
been healthy.
But
He hasn't been healthy in almost a year.
exactly, and I understand a lot of people refer back to the MVP season, but now at this point, I look at that as an
Stop
anomaly.
right there. Stop right there. I did not refer to the MVP season. I referred to last year.
Yeah,
Last
but
Exactly.
year,
you compare last year to
first
his
8
MVP.
games, he had the most statistically best season that he's had from an accuracy standpoint in his entire career. Last year.
And I got you. Okay,
All
so
right.
even with that being the case, and now I'm about to be done.
You
Even that
killing
being
me,
the case,
bro.
how many of that, even though he was as accurate as he was, how much of that was dumped down? I mean, you talking
A
about you
whole
had to
lot.
win the game against the New York Giants at home on a 63-yard field goal from Grant Grano.
Didn't he have like a 19-point comeback or 17-point comeback against the Eagles too? Super Bowl
Yeah.
champions?
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. He did.
He didn't
You
just dump it off though. I'm
bottom
pretty sure he
bottom
didn't.
bottom line is you're gonna take a healthy Cam Newton over Kyle Allen any day. That's
I
just what it
absolutely
is.
would.
But the problem is he's not gonna be healthy. Like he's not gonna be healthy this season. It's not happening. It's not happening.
All right.
If he's got to
I
get surgery
appreciate
on
it.
his foot, he's definitely not going to be healthy this
All
year.
right, I gotta get my special
Yeah.
guest, man. I get my special guest real quick.
All right.
Jay Simp,
Appreciate it, call.
what's good,
How we
bro?
doing?
I put you to the front. What's good, bro?
Okay, so I'm gonna try and be as quick as possible.
Now take your
Make it a
time.
little
No,
longer.
you got time. You got time. I got your slide up.
Okay.
Walk us through it. So I got. Hold on. Let me get you an introduction. I got Dr. Jay Simp, the resident doctor
not doctor, not a doctor.
the resident
I'm an athlete
doctor.
trainer.
No, you're a doctor on this podcast, or you play one. The resident doctor of the Panther Nation podcast, Jay Simp, talk to us about Cam Newton.
Okay, so before we get there, I just want to explain the anatomy behind what we're talking about. What was originally reported was a midfoot sprain. Okay, a sprain is when you stretch a ligament too far, right? A strain is when you stretch a muscle too far. So can you go to the other slide for me?
Oh, I got you. You
We'll
talk
come back
to
to
me.
this slide.
All right, talk to me. I got you.
We'll come back to this slide in a second. There's a bunch of little ligaments in your foot. And if you look at the front of this picture, you'll see that where there's these bones called your cuneiforms and your metatarsals, that's your foot, like the long bones in your foot, and then they're called the tarsal bones, which also make up the foot, essentially. There's a bunch of little ligaments. They're so small, in fact, that you don't even take the time to differentiate most of the time because you can't when it comes to practical evaluation of a foot in the clinic, right? You can do some tests and run some tests to see, okay, is there pain in the middle of the foot? But you're not going to be able to isolate each one of these ligaments without opening it up for surgery. That being said, I think that it's important to explain some of the vernacular behind what's been reported, because what was originally reported was a midfoot sprain. And what is now being reported is a Liz Frank injury. Those are not the same. They are an injury to the same area. Excuse me?
No, go ahead. My fault. I'm boosting you.
Okay. They're an injury to the same area of the foot, but when we're talking medically, those two things are not the same. And I think that what may be going on here is in the reporting by the journalist is that there's some things being misreported unintentionally. When you talk about a midfoot sprain, that should be a 1 to 2 to 3, maybe 4, if it's bad, weak injury at the worst. When you talk about a Liz Frank injury, and you can go back to the other slide now we had up earlier, what you're talking about is a fracture in the foot. So the bone has broken. So those are two different injuries. One, you're talking about the sprain of those tiny little ligaments, and the other, now when you're looking at this slide, if you see the bones that say lateral cuneiform bone, intermediate cuneiform bone, medial cuneiform bone, those have ligaments that connect to your third metatarsal, which is the one that's right in front of it, second metatarsal and first metatarsal bones. When these bones break, it can take a very, very long time for them to heal because they have a very poor blood supply. That is completely different than what was originally reported was a sprain, which means, again, like think about a lateral ankle sprain, like a normal ankle sprain you're playing basketball.
Right.
The textbook's going to tell you anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks it takes for a ligament to heal. Reality in the clinic, when you're dealing with a patient, you're never, and I mean never, going to keep a guy out for that long of a time unless it's serious. Like, if a guy can go, you're going to let him go. You're going to tape it up, and you're going to let him play.
Yeah.
So I want to add some context here on that front, which is, and I saw certified, credentialed journalists saying Ron Rivera put Cam Newton at risk by letting him play the first 2 weeks with a foot injury. And I think that sometimes people think I'm defending Ron too much, but knowing how the process works, I know that that decision is not on Ron, it's on the medical staff.
Right.
If they got an MRI, if they got an X-ray, and the reason why I think Ron came out and said that there's a 100% chance that there's no way he's going to miss game one is because that X-ray most likely came back clean and there was not a break. There was not a fracture of those bones.
Mm-hmm.
The ligaments were sprained. And so, yeah, you only need 1, maybe 2 weeks off on that. So
All right.
realistically, where we were, he could have played on that.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
And it's funny, man. We didn't even talk about the fact that Ron had the smoothest walk off out of a press conference that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, we ain't talking about that.
So understood that he had a sprain. They checked the X-rays when he got hurt in the preseason game against the Patriots. They came back negative. Could it be possible that he might have re-injured it in the Bucs game? Possibly broke it then?
That could be a possibility.
Yeah,
You know?
that's what I'm thinking that happened.
Yeah, that could be a possibility.
That makes the most sense to me.
But again, what I want to push back on a little bit is the fact that people are saying Ron Rivera knowingly threw Cam Newton out there. That with knowing that he put himself at risk. That's not how it works.
Gotcha.
There is an entire medical staff. I work at a high school, and I work with a physical therapist. When we have a kid that's injured, there's never a time where I see a kid solely by myself and decide can he play or not. There's a collaboration between the medical staff to see, do we think this person is putting themselves at risk? Yes or no? Can they play? Can we get them to 80%, tape it up, so we can get them to 90%, 100%? Because realistically, no one's playing at 100%, right? So those are things like the head athletic trainer, the assistant athletic trainers, the team physician, one of those people looked at Cam Newton and evaluated him. They made a collective decision that he could play. So that was not a Ron decision. That was a team decision.
That makes sense.
So I just want to push back on that a little bit.
That makes sense. All right, man. You got anything else? Yeah, that was great insight. You're not getting this kind of content anywhere else, man. I appreciate you, Jay Simp, the resident doctor of Panther Nation Podcast. Appreciate it. I appreciate you calling in, man.
Yeah, man.
No problem. Y'all have a great night.
Thanks, Jay Simp. All right, 919.
Yeah, man, this is God of Black.
Thank you for holding. What's good, bro?
Hey, no problem, man. First off, Dave, you I'm gonna give you your props on that fantasy shit, but I still wasn't gonna put Le'Veon in there this week, but I appreciate you. Rashad,
what's up?
You got ASAP Rashad tonight. That's who the hell you are.
Big facts.
Now to the team. Man, I'm not putting shit past Ron. I appreciate that last caller, but I'm just if Ron could have squeaked out anything from Cam, he would have. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just told him, yo, this might be worse than what it is, bro. And I know Cam is in this like holding kind of area with Ron, and I think Ron is like, if I have to pull him back in, if I need to, I'm gonna pull him back in. And me, I'm for Cam sitting down the whole year. It don't matter if Cal plays, gets us wherever. I'm like, let Cam sit, and that's just off the love of what he's done for the organization. Because if he has to move on, somebody's gonna pay him, especially if he's healthy. And I want him to win, period. That's just my thank you to him. And just a couple more points, and I know, a bunch of people trying to call in. Dante, bravo, sir. But if we could get Ramsey, I still would take that shot. But that's just me. And Cal did his job. I'm not hating on the young brother. But if he's the next, I'm welcome into that too. but I think he at least did his job, and that's all you can ask for from him. And shout out to Noah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this old motherfucker might need to go, but he still didn't use multiple running backs like I would like to.
Yeah.
But he did his job and he won.
No, he
And
called a
that's
good
all
game. He called a good game.
Exactly.
He did call a good
He
game.
used what he had, and I appreciate that. But go ahead, I concede to you guys.
Any comments? Any feedback, Dave?
Nah, I'm good, man. I think everybody did what they were supposed to do. We're gonna see what happens next week against Houston.
Right.
Period.
All right, God bless.
Bonify did get some carries though.
Thanks. Now he could have switched up a little bit more, but I agree with that. But thanks, God bless. Appreciate you calling, bro.
Thank y'all. Take care.
All right,
Yeah,
704.
we gotta talk about this drubbing that Washington's taking right now.
Yeah, they
We
getting
have a
their
quick
asses
discussion
kicked.
about that.
Nah,
They're
they
getting destroyed. Taylor Gabriel got 3 TDs, fam.
Can we get the call? He's been waiting for a long time. What's good? 704.
No, go ahead. What's going on, man?
Hello.
Yo, what up, yo? It's Austin.
Oh, Austin, what's good, bro?
Austin, what's up, man?
Appreciate you waiting.
Wait, is me? Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, cool. So I was at the game on Sunday, right?
You did go to the game. That's
couple
crazy.
Things.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was row 4 in the end zone, man. So that fourth touchdown to Greg Olsen, right in front of me.
Nice.
So
nice. But you didn't get the football.
The Panthers fans, nah. We were too deep out there, man. It felt like we played in Atlanta, which was really nice to see.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's the riot, man.
Yeah, it was. It's everybody. It was kind of ridiculous. But a couple things that I was thinking about. So Cam hasn't practiced with the ones like that, right? And Turner's offense is based on timing.
It is.
Now, I'm not taking anything away from Kyle Allen. But if Kyle Allen has been working with the ones in practice and training camp, maybe he's just got the timing right. Maybe that's why he looks so great. Because, the passes were there.
It's a good point.
He was accurate and everything, too. But, man,
no,
Cam
you're
hasn't
right.
had any time with the ones. I do think Cam should sit down for the year. Cam is the best quarterback we've ever had. So, we basically been driving with a Ferrari with the check engine light on.
Facts. It's a good analogy. It's a good analogy.
Yeah, so
that's a pretty
analogy. I don't know, man. Just we got to keep Cam healthy. Our defense was good. Dante missed a tackle, which gave up a touchdown, but he had 2 picks. I kind of like what happened with the second half. A lot of pressure on Kyler Murray. So
yeah,
he didn't know what was going on.
He was seeing ghosts, man.
He was early. So,
I said it in the group meeting. There's cats in there complaining about us not getting pressure. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, this dude's running for his life. Like, he was legit, like, taking his eyes away from downfield. He was scared. He was scared to death back there, B. And the thing about our defense is speed. Speed kills, and we got it. So you're not going to run away from an Addison or Brian Burns like that off the edge. The only thing, we lost contain a couple times early, but they adjusted. That's one thing about Ron, man. We always complain about. We don't ever see those second half adjustments. But he definitely adjusted, and they got it under control. And he wasn't running no more. No more.
One small thing is really great. It's really great to be a Panthers fan because we can have this conversation, whatever. Oh, this is bad. This is good, right? When we were at the Cardinals stadium, they were happy to be losing. I've never seen that.
That's terrible.
And it's like I'm like, all right, that's a losing culture right there. Because even the news, they're like, yeah, Kyle Allen, the hometown kid, came and won. We took a L, but yeah, it was good. Like, whoa.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
Like, okay, we can't go to that ever.
Nah, we're not doing that.
All I'm gonna say is it's Arizona, guys. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
They had a nice little run though for a little bit. They had a nice little run.
I'm talking about the landscape of Arizona. Arizona did have a really good run. They had a really good run. When they had Kurt, and then they had Warner, that was a good run.
Palmer, even with Palmer, they was in the NFC Championship game with Palmer.
Oh yeah, it was Palmer who was the quarterback, wasn't it?
They caught that fade though.
They did catch the fade. I was at that joint, but that game was super lit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'll get at y'all, man.
yep. All right, man.
Peace,
Thanks for
man.
calling.
Appreciate it,
Yep.
Austin.
All right, Dave. That's gonna wrap it up for callers. I still got this joint on. That should have told me. I still got
I
the
see you,
foot,
Washington, with the field goal
on the
at the
screen.
half. I have to leave you with one more quote.
Go ahead, Dave.
This has nothing to do with football, but it was a very relatable quote after what happened to Tekashi 6ix9ine, and I quote: "Rap snitches, telling on their business, sit in the court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here." I've been laughing at them lines for the last week.
Dave hitting y'all with the bars.
Huh? I'm just saying, man. That's like the greatest, that's the funniest and most relatable chorus I've heard all week.
All right. So that being said, man, hey, listen, it's a great W. Let me hit y'all with. Let me hit y'all with it one more time. Let me hit y'all with it one more time.
Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good.
No, Leo, what's wrong? I see you wrong on occasion.
Yo, so great game. We got the Texans up next. Obviously, gonna be a little bit tougher test. What can Kyle Allen do? Remember, send us all the questions for the Houston Texans podcast. We'll be filming that day. We got that tomorrow, by the way. You know that, right?
What time?
9?
9? All
Yeah.
right, I'll be here. I gotta go to the Apple store, but I'll be here.
So hit us with the questions. If y'all got any questions, it ain't gonna be no emergency episode unless Cam is like out for the season. So y'all gonna have a lot of time like I did last time to get us questions. So if you got any questions, hit us up. All right. So Dave, anything else?
Nah, man, I'm good. I got my MF Doom quote in. I'm good now.
All right. That being said, people, we will see y'all next week. All right. Peace out.
Keep pounding, guys.
Scarf game lit, B. I'm trying to wear this again next week.
You might get to at this rate. I'm looking forward to talking to the Houston podcast tomorrow, man.
Yeah, man, should be interesting.
I'm absolutely looking forward to it tomorrow.
All right. That being said, peace out, people. See y'all next week.